Hi everyone, this is Diane. I am back with the girl Easter stamp. This is the little boy that I used on the previous video, and now this is the little girl. These are from Stamping Fools in Upland, California. This is their own line of stamps. So that's what I'm going to use today, and let's get going. I'm also going to use this Warmest Easter Wishes stamp, and this is by Art Impressions. So that stamp is one of the ones I will be using as well. So I'll start out with my layers. This purple cardstock is by scrapbookcustoms.com, and it's got really pretty little dots on it and then larger circles and dots on the back side. And then the other one I'm going to be using is this little pink butterfly paper, and it is pretty wild on the back, and it's by My Little Shoebox. So those are the cardstocks and papers I'll be using today. This scalloped rectangle was actually cut from the Cricut Designer's Calendar cartridge, and it's back here on page 47, and it's right here in the script shadow. So there's a lot of treasures in these little handbooks you're looking through, and you'll find things that you wouldn't necessarily look for a scalloped rectangle in Designer's Calendar, but that's where it is. So that's pretty fun when you find those little fun treats on there. So I went ahead and I adhered this dot paper to white cardstock, and I'm going to attach the purple scallop right onto that. Put that right there, and I cut that so it went right to the tippy top and bottom of that card. And then I mounted the pink butterfly onto some yellow cardstock. So I'm going to layer that next and get that put on there. Make sure the butterflies are going the right direction. Okay, so there we go. And then my little girl, I have her all colored up. I need to jazz her up a bit in a minute, but I'm going to take my corner chomper, and I'm going to use the smaller edge, the 1/4 inch, and I'm going to round the corners on her and on the little piece that I am going to put behind her. And then I will ink around the edges a little bit with this really light blue, and you really can hardly even see this, but it does show up a little bit. It does make a little bit of a difference, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now I will attach her to her little purple background. Get her on there. Okay, about like that. And then I'm going to put her down in the corner of this card. Probably, I'd say about there. Okay, so there she is. I think I'll add a couple little dots. That edge is looking a little bit blank because that blue isn't showing up too much. So add a few dots there. Maybe a couple here. And maybe go around the corner a little bit. And there. And there. Okay, that adds a little bit. Okay, so there she is. Here is the sentiment stamp, and I went ahead and inked around it with some yellow ink because the white was just a little too harsh. So this is my 2-inch scallop circle punch, and I am going to punch that out and attach the sentiment to the little scallop. Put that right here. And I think I'll mount that up with some mounting tape. Get out my sticky scissors. These are Teflon coated, so they are really good for when you're cutting anything like this that's sticky. It doesn't stick to the blade. And I think I will put this up in the corner. It kind of reminds me of like a sun. Since it said warmest Easter wishes, we'll pretend like it's like a, sort of like a little sun. So I'll put that up there. And then I have a yellow ribbon here. I think I will just tack it underneath there. And then tack it down. And my glue gun is not plugged in, so let me get that done. Okay, so I can get a few other things done while I'm waiting for that. Okay, so next I think I'll jazz her up a little bit. I'm going to take this pearl pen. This is the Viva Decor, and I already did her little buttons on her shoes, and I think I'll do the little buttons on her dress. I colored her with my Copics, and then I took just a little white pen and I made dots on her purple dress, and it made it sort of match this little background there. So there's her buttons, and then I think we'll jazz up her little bow here on her head. Add a little bit of bling to her bow, and to this one too. Make it a little sparkly. Okay, and then we're going to pretend like she found the golden egg. So I'm going to put some gold stickles on this egg. I went ahead and colored it with like a gold glitter pen underneath, so that anywhere that this gold stickles doesn't completely cover, you'll still at least see gold through it. So there we go, she found the golden egg. Okay, and now I'm going to take some glossy accents, and I am going to shine up the eggs and also her shoes. Make them look like patent leather. I know when we were kids we wore, on Easter Sunday we wore white tights and black patent leather shoes. I don't know if little girls still do that. I have 5 grandsons, so maybe they still do. Okay, so now she's all shinied up, and I'm going to push some of this glossy accents back down in. It's hard to get that little skinny strap, so we'll get that pushed back in on both sides. And then I have to figure out if my glue gun's hot enough to attach that bow. It might not be. Oops, now it's running out. Okay, so there's her little shiny shoes. And now we need to attach the bow. And then this one is done. So I need to get it under there. So I need to cut a little bit more off. And I need to attach a little bit of glue. I had this glue gun on a little while ago, so maybe it's still hot enough that it'll work. Attach, just stick that underneath there. Okay, I want the bow about right there. So I think I will just come along and glue the rest of this down. Famous little glue webs. Okay, and then let's see, how do I want to do that? Probably About like that. Maybe a little bit shorter. So there we go. There's our little Easter girl to match her little Easter boy, brother, friend, whatever they are. Anyway, this is the card for today. Thanks for watching. Bye.